2024 has arrived. And is it just me, or ever since the pandemic hit, time has just been flying by? Now back to the video. The United States men's national team will have a very, very busy year. I'm extremely hyped for 2024 despite Greg Berhalter, and today I will be giving you the full US men's national team 2024 calendar or schedule. A year that is only less exciting than a World Cup year. So you can mark your calendars and you should be hyped. And I am hyped. And you're here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to the US men's national team 2024 calendar video. And this is how it's going to go. I'll be going through all the main events that the US men's national team will be involved in 2024, the dates, and why it's such a massive year for the United States men's national team and US soccer in general. As I said before, only a World Cup year is bigger than what we have coming up this year. There is simply a lot to look forward to. And as always, make sure to hit the like button, because if you do, something good will happen to you. I mean, I can't promise you that something good will happen if you hit a fake like button that is on a website. But what I'm trying to say is, you do something kind, hopefully something kind happens to you. I hope something good happens to you, regardless of you hitting the like button or not. With that said, this video is brought to you by BetterHelp, but more on that later. Right now, let's play the intro and let's get the video started. And let's start with the month of January. Like every single year, 2024 will start with the month of January. I know, Tactical Manager TV also teaches you more things than just soccer. The calendar goes like this: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. There. You just learned something. In January, the US men's national team will have the infamous Camp Cupcake, mainly composed of domestic players, Americans that play in MLS. And by the way, the roster has been released and it's a monstrosity. For this camp, Greg Berhalter and company will face Slovenia, January 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time at the Toyota Field in San Antonio, Texas. You'll be able to watch this match at TNT, Telemundo, Max, and Peacock streaming service. Should you be hyped about this game? Probably not. However, I'll say something right here that is kind of important. I'll add that this is the lowest moment of the year. Things will start to heat up after this, but not in February. So we're going to skip the month of February because from a US men's national team perspective, there's not much to talk about besides, I guess, Americans playing for their clubs. So let's skip February and go to March, because that's where things start to heat up. In March, the United States will be playing in the CONCACAF Nations Leagues semifinals and hopefully final. And this is big because it means we won't be wasting time playing some weak CONCACAF nations as we usually have to in the group stage. You know, like Grenada, El Salvador, Cuba, Canada. So right away, March 21st, the US men's national team will be facing Jamaica at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas for the Nations League semifinals. And I know this is kind of off topic, but this Jamaica side is actually very strong, and if we don't bring our A game, we don't play our best players, they could honestly shock us. These are no longer the fake news Jamaicans. They're the real deal. They're good. They have a good coach. They have great players. They're serious. So if we underestimate Jamaica, we will lose. Now, if the United States advances, which we should, and I think we will, they'll go on to play Panama or Mexico, which normally I would say it would be Mexico, but I think Panama has a legit shot to upset Mexico. So long CONCACAF does not interfere and help El Tri the same way they did against Honduras in the quarterfinals. That game was that game was definitely rigged for Mexico against Honduras. The Nations League final will also be played in Dallas, and the match is scheduled for March 24th. Now, before we proceed with the year of 2024, a quick word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. And thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring the channel. Regardless if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a US men's national team fan struggling with the return of Greg Berhalter, no, in all seriousness, therapy can give you the tools to approach your life in a very different way. So for that reason, we are partnering up once again with BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be extremely hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. But when it's online, you can get a therapist from anywhere in the country, sometimes even anywhere in the world. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it is online. It's remote. And by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist as little as in a few days. And if the therapist that they match you with is not the right fit for you, they will replace him or her for another therapist with no additional cost. You may sign up and register now with the link that I placed on the description of this video, which is betterhelp.com/tacticalmanagertv. That is betterhelp.com/tacticalmanagertv. Yes, we used Tactical Manager TV. That link will also give you 10% off on your first month, and in the process, you'll be helping the channel avoid bankruptcy. So once again, thank you, BetterHelp. Okay, we're done with March, February, and January. So let's talk about April and May combined. Because April and May actually have nothing scheduled. Last year, we had El Clásico, a friendly match between the domestic United States players and domestic Mexico players. That was honestly just a quick cash grab. I doubt it'll happen again because this is a very busy year, at least not in 2024, but who knows, maybe we do have it. But at the time of this recording, there's nothing scheduled for the US men's national team in April and May. So with that said, after May, we have June. And we're going to talk about June, July, and August all together, which is pretty much the summer. Now we have arrived in June, which is the summer, and this is the big moment. This US men's national team summer is going to be big. It's going to be a tremendous summer. It's going to be incredible. I'm not going to talk just about June, as I said. I'm just going to talk about all 3 months combined over the summer because there's 2 massive competitions that the United States will be playing in. The United States will be playing in the Copa America, which is a very prestigious tournament with CONMEBOL nations from South America, and the United States will also be playing. They'll be back, the US men's national team, in the Summer Olympics. For soccer, of course. So the first stop of this very busy summer is actually a FIFA window, which is between June 3rd and June 11th. This is essentially a window where the US men's national team is expected to play 2 friendly matches to prepare for the 2024 Copa America. So expect a match around June 5th and probably June 9th or 10th. Both friendlies will be played in the United States of America, and the opponents are still to be determined. What we do know is they're expected to be CONMEBOL nations, and it won't be Uruguay or Bolivia that were placed in the same Copa America group as the United States, which means it can be Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, Chile, or Paraguay. Hopefully, it's Brazil or Argentina, most likely Argentina because they're not in the same side as our bracket in the 2024 Copa America. And then the other opponent, I would hope it would be someone like Ecuador, which is a very tough opponent, pretty much at the same level as the United States, to make it tough. I wouldn't really want to face teams like Chile that are struggling right now, even though Venezuela would be a tough opponent. Look, pretty much all of these opponents will be better than the small CONCACAF nations, but if I had to choose, I would want to see the United States play friendlies against Argentina and Ecuador. After that, we head into the Copa America, which starts June 20th and ends July 14th. As you may know, the United States men's national team was placed in Group C alongside Uruguay, Bolivia, and Panama. I won't be addressing the opponents on this video. I have done that before, and we will be doing plenty of content covering the Copa America in the future. Essentially, what I'm saying is I got too lazy to break down this group in this video. I just want to talk about the schedule and move on with it. But to help you, I'll give you the dates of the matches that are already scheduled. The United States will play Bolivia June 23rd at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Then Panama June 27th at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And for the last match of the group stage, the United States will face Uruguay at the Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Not Kansas State. Even though I've been there and it's kind of like the same city, but not really. So it's like Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas State, but they're like connected. It's weird. After that, we have the knockout rounds, which I'm not able to give you the dates that the United States will be playing until, we know what place they advance. But wait, there is more. Now I sound like an infomercial. The United States men's national team will be back in the Olympics for soccer this summer, and it will be played from July 24th to August 10th. The Olympics is a U23 tournament where you can bring 3 players over the age limits. It's often ignored by soccer fans across the globe, or at least soccer fanatics, but it's a prestigious sporting event, and many casual sports fans in the United States love watching it and will be paying attention. A successful Olympics can help change the perception of soccer in the United States of America, or at least men's soccer. And you know what? Since most countries going usually don't give a crap about the Olympics, I actually think the United States could fight for a medal, maybe a bronze medal. I mean, look at the last edition. Mexico literally made it to 3rd place, and their generation is terrible. We're better than them right now. If we send a strong roster and bring good over the age players, we can absolutely fight for a medal. And regardless of what other people think about the Summer Olympics when it comes to soccer, I can tell you this: it'll be a fun event, and I'm happy the United States is back. As you can see, this summer is going to be incredible for the US men's national team. There's so much going on, along with player transfers that always happen abroad. So this is a packed summer. I actually can't wait for it, even though I don't want time to just fly by. But I'm actually very excited for this summer for the United States men's national team as a fan. And keep in mind, the year does not end right after the summer. In September, the US men's national team will have the FIFA window from September 2nd to September 10th, where they will play 2 matches that will be friendly matches. The opponents are still to be determined. Now, technically, the US men's national team should be playing the new edition of the CONCACAF Nations League at this window, the September window, but they will have a bye to the quarterfinals alongside 3 other nations, just like we had in 2023. So the United States and 3 other nations, they have a bye to the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Nations League. So they won't be playing the group stage, which will be played in September and October, which means those teams will be playing friendlies in those 2 windows, which brings me to the October month, right? Which is when the United States will also play 2 friendlies. And that will be during the October window, which is another FIFA window that, the clubs need to release the players. And that window will be from October 7th to October 15th of 2024. And after October, we have November, which is a very important month for the US men's national team because it's the month of my birthday. Mark your calendars for that. November is probably the most important month of the year. So the November window will be from November 11th to the 19th. And it will be the 2024-2025 CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals. The United States men's national team and 3 other teams, for a total of 4, have already qualified. And who we're going to face, we still don't know. In this window, we'll play 2 matches because it'll be a 2-leg knockout round, just like we had in 2023, to see who advances to the semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League. Honestly, I think we're playing the Nations League a little bit too often. It's like almost every year at this point, but it is what it is. The first 2 editions the United States has won. Then we have this one in 2024, which hopefully the US wins again. Then we have the 4th one in 2025. The first edition was actually in 2021. Essentially what I'm saying is from 2021 till 2025, we had 4 editions. We only didn't have one in 2022, which was a World Cup year. Even though the Nations League kind of started back in 2019 with a group stage, and in 2022 we didn't have the finals, but we did have group stage matches. Regardless, let's go to December, the last month of the year. For December, we have no FIFA window. So maybe the United States will get a Camp Cupcake with just MLS players. Who knows? There's nothing scheduled at the time of this recording. And this week, we will also release a video with goals that the United States men's national team has to accomplish in 2024 to consider it a successful year. And I want to thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go and a comment for the YouTube algorithm if you made it this far in the video. I guess welcome to 2024. Thank you for watching and have a great day.